All right, today we're going to dive deep, and I mean really deep, into the waters of the Indian Ocean. We're here to uncover the powerful legal framework that stands guard over India's absolutely vast and vibrant marine world.
It's a massive question, right? I mean, we're not talking about a forest or a park with clear boundaries. We're talking about a huge, three-dimensional world of water just teeming with life. So where do you even start to draw a line and say, this part right here, this is protected?
Because for the incredible creatures living in these waters, this isn't some abstract legal debate. The answer to that question, well, it literally determines their future. It's everything. And we're talking about some magnificent animals here. You've got the dugong, often called the sea cow, which is listed as vulnerable. We're talking about ancient lines of marine turtles like the leatherback and hawksbill, and the truly unique endangered Ganges river dolphin. They are all counting on us to get this right. So with these amazing animals in mind, let's look at the how. What exactly is the legal shield that stands between them and all the threats they face? Well, the answer really lies in one core piece of legislation. And here it is, the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. Now, a key phrase here is in situ conservation, which is just a technical way of saying protection within an animal's natural habitat. So this act isn't just about the animals themselves. It's about protecting their homes, whether that's on land or deep in the sea. To put it really simply, just think of this act as the master rulebook for all of India's wildlife. It's the very same foundational law that protects tigers in the Sundarbans and turtles nesting on the coast. It is incredibly comprehensive. And you know, this law isn't just some dusty document stuck in the past. It has evolved. It was first established way back in 1972, but a really crucial amendment in 2003 added a brand new tool to the toolkit, one that was purpose-built for protecting marine environments, or as the law calls them, seascapes. So, here's the thing to remember. This act isn't just a single declaration, it's a whole toolkit. So let's open it up and see the specific tools it gives conservationists to work with. Okay, so on one hand, you've got the classic tools, national parks and sanctuaries. These are for areas of major ecological importance with really high levels of protection. But on the other hand, you have this newer tool from that 2003 amendment, conservation reserves. And this is where things get really tailored for the ocean. They're more flexible and they're designed with community involvement baked right in. And here it is. This is the key phrase pulled directly from the law itself. This isn't someone's interpretation. The purpose of a conservation reserve is explicitly stated, to protect landscapes, seascapes, and their wildlife. That word, seascapes, is written right into the rulebook. That's huge. So what does that actually look like in the water? Well, a conservation reserve is designed for seascapes. It's located on government land, and it often acts as a buffer to an existing park. And, this is the game changer, it's managed with consultation from local communities. This is a huge acknowledgement that people are part of the ecosystem too. Okay, so now let's zoom out for a second. How does this Indian legal toolkit fit into the bigger global picture of conservation? Well, as it turns out, this approach lines up perfectly with international standards. Yeah, this approach of creating flexible, community-involved protected areas isn't just happening in a vacuum. It aligns perfectly with the standards set by the global authority on this subject, the IUCN. So, the IUCN has all these different categories for protected areas. And India's conservation reserve model, it's a direct match for Category 5, protected landscapes and seascapes. This just goes to show that India is using a really modern, internationally recognized approach to marine protection. Okay, so we've looked at the law, the tools, the global context. But let's bring it all back to where we started. Why does any of this matter? What is the actual real-world impact happening right now beneath the waves? When you take this legal shield and you hold it over the ocean, what you're really doing is creating a powerful safety net. A safety net for our most vulnerable species. This law directly creates protected spaces for the dugongs in the Gulf of Mannar. It guards those critical coastal nesting grounds for marine turtles. And it provides a sanctuary for the endangered Ganges river dolphins. This is the direct, tangible result. But it's not just about the individual animals, as important as they are. The really crucial point is that this legal shield also protects the entire world they live in.
We're talking about protecting entire seagrass meadows. These are vital ecosystems that store enormous amounts of carbon. And we're talking about protecting India's vibrant coral reefs, those incredible underwater cities that are just absolute hubs of biodiversity.
So in the end, it all flows from this one foundational piece of legislation. The Wildlife Protection Act provides a powerful shield for an entire ocean ecosystem. It's that simple and that profound. So the legal framework is there. It's a powerful tool, and it's designed for the unique challenges of the sea. But that leads us to one last question. With the rules written down, what is the next wave of challenges? Things like enforcement, climate change, and pollution that India's oceans are going to have to face.